because I like ranking up the champions and having a good time with them. It's a fun game. So, hey, welcome back to the channel. It's time for an account update, channel update, account tour. Very excited to do this. I did do an account tour, I think it was like 3, maybe 4 months ago. And so if you saw that, you saw that I did have 13,852 as my account prestige. That has not changed. And so I'm not going to go into too much depth on that. I know a lot of you maybe didn't see that video. We'll go over how I got that and a little bit of the planning that went behind that. And then we're going to spend a lot of time on my plans for 2021, how I intend to stay, if not at the top, very close to the top of the prestige, especially in my alliance. It's something I enjoy doing. And then having a lot of fun with the channel, keeping the prestige going, maybe some hunts and things that I have planned going on with rank ups and things like that. So let's just dive straight into it. You see the account is over a 3 million base hero rating. I think that's cool. It's not really something I'm over excited about or pay much attention to, mainly because it doesn't really benefit anyone. My interest in prestige and in doing these sorts of things is that I just enjoy having these champions. I enjoy having the game, and prestige matters because it helps my alliance get better rewards in AQ. It's as simple as that for me. That's what I like. And I like getting the rewards from AQ because I like ranking up the champions and having a good time with them. It's a fun game. So the 5 champions that make up my prestige are Dr. Doom, Silver Surfer, Sunspot, Guardian, and Thing. They are all at SIG 200, you'll see here. Thing obviously has a really great SIG ability. The one that I enjoy the most as far as their SIG ability and what it does for the champion and how much it elevates them is Guardian. I know that not everyone has him, and so I think I don't know if he's necessarily underrated by the community as much as I just don't think everyone's gotten to experience him and the things he can do. He is a great champion, and I'm looking forward to using him more and more and more. I've been able to use him in Act 7 and things like that. So this plan for this prestige came about for me when Doom came out. I really wanted Doom. I was very lucky, got him very early, and despite not knowing as much about the game at that time as I do now, I could tell this guy was awesome. He was awesome. I could do things with him that I couldn't do with other champions, and he was solving problems for me. So I got him, and then Silver Surfer came out. I think it was just the next month, and I was able to dupe him very early. Got very lucky there too. And I thought, okay, I've got a plan. I'm going to put this plan together. Obviously putting the resources into the account helps tremendously. I am never, ever going to try to make it sound like it didn't. It did. There also was a lot of patience and planning that went into this because I didn't get Thing up, I think, until about 3 to 4 months ago. And that's when the plan fully came into focus, into fruition, as I say. So how am I going to stick with it? Let's go over the rank 3s very quickly, and then I'll give you some ideas on what I think is going to be a lot of fun for the channel. I'm looking forward to it, and how I intend to use that to stay at the top of the prestige, especially in my own alliance. There are some guys with some monster prestige who I don't think I can keep up with them. I'm not even going to try, actually. I like to use the phrase, I'm a goldfish cracker compared to these guys, and that is of course Clowniest Clown, Yusafa, Enzo, and then there's a couple other guys that they don't get mentioned as much. I don't know how they've managed to stay low key on it or not be mentioned as frequently, but there's a couple other, and they know who they are. They know who they are, and I got my eye on you. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun in 2021. So my favorite rank 3s, my absolute favorite, and just so you know, so to keep in mind, I think this will help color it and give you some insight into who I am. Is I love war. I love war. I've ebbed and flowed on if I was good at it or not. But like in the previous map, I took lane 4. So I was pretty good. I had gotten fairly good at the game, and then I went to the Prestige Alliance and just had a lot going on. And I still enjoyed the game, but I was focused on Prestige and just getting a lot of champions and things. And my skill level, my knowledge level, it did dwindle a little bit. But then I started this channel, and in around July, I started really taking it more seriously. Late July and in August, And it really reignited my passion for the game and knowing about the game. And then, of course, I wanted to interact with you all and do these videos. And so that requires a much further in-depth knowledge. And then joining for Loki and the way that they approach war and the the priorities of the Alliance and just soaking up the knowledge and in the chat and things like that. It's so much fun. I'm having an absolute blast with it. And so that's just increased my enjoyment of war. And in my first season, I earned a Shinobi card, which I'll show right over there. Yeah, that way. It's not on screen. I won't point anymore. That did not work out well, did it? But the Shinobi card, which was awarded to those of us who had a high enough solo rate. And I was only there for 2 weeks, but the final 2 weeks of the season, but I did earn that. I was very, very proud of that. And then last season, I struggled a little bit. I really did. And I had some personal things going on. And my BG leaders in Clowniest Clown and in B Manny, Alliance leader, they really stuck with me. They were kind to me. They, just spoke to me about some personal things and were very helpful to me. It's just kind of how that Alliance is. I'm really enjoying that. And we stuck through it. And of course, I kept working on it when I could. And I was awarded a beautiful card. I am so proud of this card. It had been a while since I had been killing Alliance bosses, and you had to have at least 2 solo Alliance boss kills. And of course, the relevance of that is, one, it was fun and it was awesome. And it helped, I think, really get me going again and reignite my passion for war and keep me going despite the personal things that are happening. But I'm talking about my favorite rank 3s, and that has to be this guy. So much fun. Got him so early, was able to test him out. We did the testing stream with a lot of really well known and not as well known, but very, very smart players who have continued to be supportive of the channel. And I appreciate that. We had a great time doing that. And then I've been using him in fights that aren't even the boss. And he's been holding up in Act 7. He's been great. So he is one of my favorites, absolutely, for sure. Archangel, recently took him to rank 3. I did the Cyber Weekend opening and I got a Mutant Awakening gem. And I was really disappointed because I just, these things happen. And I felt like I had all of the great mutants at 6 stars anyway, awakened already. I was like, well, what am I going to do with this? Now, I didn't know Jubilee was coming out, and hopefully she's a lot of fun. But I was talking to B Manny, and he's like, yeah, you could awaken Archangel and take him to rank 3. And I was like, dude, let's do it. So I did, and I put in, you see, that's the magic number there for the SIG ability. You get them to 112, and you have the automatic shutdown. It gets you to 100% ability accuracy shutdown with the 3 neurotoxins. And then, I love Spider-Ham. He has been a tremendous amount of fun. He was a bit of an indulgence rank up for me. I didn't have any great defenders for us to bring up in science. So I brought him up. He's a lot of fun. I do think he is effective too. There's a lot about his kit and the way it works together. Well, I'm going to put out a video on him, and I'll keep using him in the streams. We've been having fun with that. And then Human Torch, it's not so much that I enjoy using Human Torch, it's just he's just so darn good. He's just so darn good, and I'm using him in war, and I'm enjoying that. And then Apocalypse. Apocalypse is, I hope everyone can get an Apocalypse. I really do, because he's awesome. The things he can do are awesome. And then he makes our mutants so much better. This is a fun game, and he is a fun champion. I honestly hope in the next 3 or 4 months, everyone in the game gets a 5 or a 6 star, at least a 5-star Apocalypse. Like, it just, you enjoy this game. I know how much we all enjoy this game, and he is it. He is fun, and he is effective, and he makes more of your champions enjoyable. So I hope you can get him, and I love that guy. And he might end up being part of my planning. We'll see. I don't want to get too carried away with the planning part yet. So. And then I'll just shout out, we'll scroll down, and I'll shout out a couple of the rank 2s who I've either already considered taking to rank 3, or I think will be hopefully going up soon. Clairvoyant is one, of course. Sorcerer Supreme, I almost took her up instead of Dragon Man, but Dragon Man, I think, was just so unique. I took him up first, and I'm happy with that rank. Mysterio, he has been solving some problems for me against Domino in some war. I haven't used him this season, but I did use him last season, and he managed to solo those Dominos 3 times, but they were very close. And so having him a bit beefier and able to do a little bit more damage might be something I'm looking forward to doing. As Emma, as much as I love her, there are other mutants I'd probably take up first. Terrax. These videos are going to come out of order, but yeah, Terrax did get taken to rank 2. I did a little bit of I left it up to the Discord server, to my Discord server. They're so smart and so supportive, and we have so much fun. And I wanted to take a couple champions to rank 2, so I let them decide. I put 3 champions up there, and Terrax came in 2nd place. But I thought, you know what? It's a fun game. Fun games are meant to be fun. So I took up Terrax too. So spoiler, there it is. Corvus, of course, I'd like to take him up. Guillotine, of course. Professor X is incredible. I know everyone's not quite as aware of him and how good he is. I think because a lot of us have had a chance to get him yet, but I could see him being rank 3 at some point too. Abomination did win. The Discord server voted for Abomination. So Abomination, Immortal Abomination is at rank 2 now, and I can't wait to awaken him in Spider-Ham. I'm probably gonna open a few more 6-star featured crystals along the way, and then it's gonna be time to start saving up for him. I'd like to take Venom up. Venom appears, for me, it feels like he's getting more and more valuable in the meta. He keeps working for nodes. He was great in the Celebrity Challenge, and then obviously in the variants and things like that. So I could see that happening soon. Red Guardian, I was very excited when I got him. I'm not so sure. I have mixed feelings on him. Cable and Vision, I think will be going to rank 2 very soon. Same with Falcon. Falcon is everything that folks like John Lash are telling me he is. He's very good. Kingpin will, I'll talk a little bit more about Kingpin when I talk about how I'm intending to stay at the top of the prestige race. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense now, but bear with me and it will soon. Void and Omega Red will probably end up at rank 3 at some point, but they're suffering from the same issue of I have a lot of champions in those classes that I've already ranked. Additionally, 6 stones, right? 6 stones. 6 stones are like the most precious item, at least for me right now, and the way I'm enjoying playing the game. Tigra and Killmonger, I could see them both going up at some point for different reasons. They're not. Tigra's skill, meaning like I would like to get very skilled with her before I rank her up. Killmonger is excellent, but the 6-stone situation there a bit, especially with what I'm having planned for the skill class. And then Ghost. Ghost will go up. Mysterio may go up before her, potentially Hulkbuster. But when I was able to awaken my Ghost with this featured crystal, I was elated, excited. I actually used to play Ghost a lot. I was able to get her very early on, and the alliance I was playing in, she was such an asset on that war map, and I was killing main bosses and mini bosses with her. And then just, the map changed and 6 stars became more and more of a thing. And I didn't have her, at least not duped. And just the way it worked, I just stopped playing Ghost. And I see the things that players like Karate Mike and Man Pete are doing. And I'm excited to get back into the Ghost game. I'm excited to get back in that game. And I actually brought Hood up to R2 to kind of... just because it's fun. It's a fun game. So anyways, moving along, Domino, I love Domino, but she's just down the list for me. It's no shade towards Domino. I love her. She's one of my favorite champions to play. And then She-Hulk. She-Hulk is incredible. I happen to have my 5-star at a rank 5/6 200. Otherwise, I think that She-Hulk would be going up very soon. She's a great champion. If that sounds crazy to you, check out Karate Mike's gameplay with She-Hulk. And if it still sounds crazy to you, I don't know. We'll just have to agree to disagree on this one. So, it is what it is. Smart people can disagree even with the same information. So that's my top 5. Those are my the ones I'm most excited about getting either to rank 2 or rank 3 soon. I'm going to get out a lot of gameplay on those. I'm working on Spider-Ham and Dragon Man. Like today, I was working on them. Hopefully we'll get those out soon. I like to test the champions thoroughly, and I like to show them in environments where they're not designed to be, because I think you've probably already seen that. I think you're probably a very smart player, and you can figure out that Dragon Man's going to be really good on Biohazard because he's immune to bleed and poison. So I might show that once, but I'm not going to make a whole video on it. So there we are. Those are the 6 stars. The ones I'd most want, if I could add them, would be Havoc, mainly for that Ghost team that I was talking about. He's got some really nice synergies. I believe it's with Wasp that's in the team that the synergize exceptionally well. I'd love to get Abomination because as much as I've been a little disappointed in Red Guardian, I do like him. I think he can do a lot, and the synergy just makes Abomination incredible. So I would like that, but there's a lot of moving steps to that. I would like to get Daredevil Hell's Kitchen. I think I had been hoping that we were sleeping on him or just not quite aware of what he was good at yet. And Fluffy Pig Monster has shown me some videos. If you're not aware of Fluffy Pig Monster, check him out. I know he put out a video very recently on his Daredevil Hell's Kitchen, and I think there's something there. I think there's something there. It's worth checking out and watching for sure. So I'd like to get him. And Hulk, you know, because I mean, the new champion and Hulks are fun. And what if we figure something out? Mole Man. I would like to get him. I think the buff's probably going to help him considerably. I'd like to get Miss Marvel. My buddy Shadow Net has been showing me a lot of great Miss Marvel play. And then, of course, Sweeta, right, is showing us what Miss Marvel can do as well, too. But my buddy Shadow has a rank 3. It's pretty impressive stuff. And then Nick Fury. I have a love-hate there. I pretend I don't want him, and I make a joke about it, and I laugh, but I'm inside, I'm crying. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully Nick never comes to my channel, despite the outrageous luck I've been having the last 4 or 5 months. He still has not come, and it's fine. I don't want him. I don't want him. Do you hear that, Nick? That's how it is. That's how it is, buddy. Okay, so moving on into 2021, what are the plans? What are the priorities? Like, what are we going to do? And why am I so excited about it? Do this with 2 priorities, 3 really. One is having fun. I want to have a good time. I want to have fun. I want to get fun champions. I want to make videos on them, and I want to show them to you and interact and have a great time with you on stream and in the comment section and on the Discord server, okay? 2 is war. I love war. As I talked about, I have the Shinobi card, the Giant Killer card. It's my intention to earn a lot more cards because I would like to continue to improve at this game and get better at it with For Loki and with you all. And then 3 is prestige. I'd like to stay at the top of the prestige game. I don't necessarily need to be number 1. That's not what that's about for me, but I would like for it to be an asset to my alliance. I would like to bring it towards my alliance, and I've spent so much time ensuring that I have a high prestige account. It would feel odd to no longer care about it. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to do it with strategic moves. There are going to be some very strategic hunts. I happen to be of the opinion that this is the year we see champions come out with prestige between Rag Thor, so above Rag Thor, and below Doom. I think that gap is going to get filled. And I have already started saving for some very, very specific champions. The main classes I think I'm going to be able to do this in because of the resources I already have are Cosmic, potentially Mystic, and potentially, and most definitely Skill. Most definitely Skill. The reason being is, as you can see, I'm already very close to having that tier 5 CC Cosmic. There's not a Cosmic champion that I'm dying to tank to rank 3. So I won't feel like I'm really missing out by holding on to it. The next one is Skill. There's no one that I'm like dying to bring up. And I think that's a reflection of the value of the skill class currently. Of course, I don't have Nick Fury, so that could change a little bit, but that's why I have 2 skill catalysts. I am gonna probably take up Kingpin, assuming that buff looks good. I hope it does, and I will take him up. So that's my current plan, which means I'm gonna leave 1 left over. Well, it takes a lot more than just the skill catalyst to get high prestige, correct? That's where this is gonna come in. I have managed to save my skill, my generic awakening gem, my cosmic awakening gem, my skill awakening gem, and my mystic awakening gem. And now that's part of why I think mystic could be part of how I keep my prestige, excuse me, at or near the top of this game and continue to be an asset for my alliance. Plus I have the generic. Then trust me, it's hard. I want to use these, but I have not. I have not because they would not help my prestige, at least not in a material way. I could take up Rag Thor, I could take up Stealthy, I could take up Namor. All champions that I like and are fine, and in the case of Stealthy, very good champion. But I don't want to. They're not going to materially increase my prestige and help my alliance, and they're not going to really allow me to take war fights or solve a war problem for my alliance. So, and I don't need them for Act 7. I don't need them for the latest variant. So for me, the way I'm enjoying playing the game, why do it? I've got 99 generics. I have not finished Act 7 yet. I'm enjoying taking my time doing it. I'm enjoying streaming that with you all, testing things out. If I use some revives, what do I care? I want to have fun. I want to stream. I want to test things. So that's where that is. You can see the Cosmic Sig Stones are starting to build. I used a lot of those getting Surfer to Sig 200, which then creates this creates a bit of a drought on 6 stones. And then Tech, Guardian to 6,200. Mutant, same thing, getting Sunspot up to a high sig. So those are, I think would be a little more difficult. Cosmic, if enough time goes by, and I've got my eye on Hercules. I'm really excited about Hercules. I like how he sounded. I like that it was something that we were involved in. I think Kabam will probably be very motivated. Wow, I think I said that word right. Motivated to make him at least what I consider to be a super premium champion. That's my second tier, my second ranking. And so that would be great. And if he was to have high prestige, that would be a strategic hunt. You would see me really go for the hunt. If you're new to the channel and you don't know what I'm talking about, like this guy talking about with hunts, go check out the playlists. I do a very good job, at least I think I do, of cataloging all my videos. And so if it's a crystal opening video, they go in there, look at some of the bigger ones, typically the ones that have the lucky hat on it, and you will see what I mean by I'm going to really give it a go for that champion. Now, I'm not going to be outrageous. I'm not going to be insane. You know, a lot of things have happened, and I've seen that we have things like the Hobbit Crom situation there with his family. We have the 4 Loki Incursions tournament giveaway. It felt really good to do the Cyber Weekend giveaway instead of just, you know, opening more crystals. So I'm going to have fun with this game, but I'm enjoying the heck out of this channel too, just as much, and they're intertwined for me. So that's going to make its way throughout 2021. So, but that would be a very strategic way for me to potentially increase this account and have a good time doing a big hunt, and then use an opening, an awakening gem, and a tier 5 CC and some 6 zones. I think that sounds like fun. Then we move on to, of course, the big one. The big priority here is the skill champion that I have decided is coming out. I have no proof that this is happening. To me, it just would make sense. Some very smart players have pointed out that the skill class already has a lot of champions, and that it's very likely we just see skill champions continue to get buffed. But if a great skill champion comes out and they have high prestige, I'm going to hunt them. I'm going to continue opening featured crystals. So we'll do the hunts. We'll save those 6-star shards. We'll open the featured batches because it's fun, and because it's been really good. And then with the generics and the skill stones, we can take them straight to 200. And that would be, I think that would just be outrageous. It'd be great. And then, of course, science, lacking a little bit because of Thing. And the Mystic is starting to grow. So I think Mystic could be a potential source of getting a champion, hunting them, awakening them. I had the awakening gem for Mystics, and then taking them to rank 3. So we'll see where my count's at when I get my next tier 5 CC. But the big ones I'm really keeping my eye on will be in Cosmic with Hercules, and the yet to be named skill. I'm going to come up with a fun name for it, so that way we don't have to say the yet to be named skill. That doesn't sound very fun. And then I'm going to try to hold on to the 1-2 rank up gems for 6 stars in both Cosmic and skill. All right, if you've made it this far, then you probably are a fan of the channel, and I really appreciate it. So here's the channel update. I think you heard it. I'm going to be streaming more. Chances are you've been catching me streaming more. Between my job and my family, finding the time to just sit down for 2 hours and stream, as much fun as it is, and I love it, it is very difficult for me to find that time. So there might be more frequent shorter streams, like an hour here or there. I know that having a consistent time is preferable, but again, I don't always have the ability to do that. And I'm also finding that going at varied times is pretty cool, because I get to meet different subscribers and commenters who live in various places of the world. So I'm just going to keep doing it. If I'm able to find a consistent time, we will do it. But I'm going to continue to stream. I'm going to test stuff out and have fun. There will be a lot of talking and answering questions because I enjoy it. But there will also be testing stuff out in Act 7, variants, working through the monthly quests together, testing champions, and just having a really good time. I appreciate it, and I have fun with you when you show up. It's really a great time. There will be crystal openings. I know a lot of you have liked that about the channel. I enjoy doing it. It's a fun way for me to play the game. I want to keep them strategic. I think that's important to keep them strategic, so that we're doing it so that we're trying to improve the account, or we're trying to have a good time, or they're after a war champion or a prestige champion. So let's keep them tailored and specific, and then we'll have a great time opening up the featured crystals too. So I'm looking forward to that. Of course, we will do the early access bundles and things like that. And then two last things as far as that's concerned. Consider the memberships. It's about, I think it's $4.99 a month. It is really fun. I have a good time with it. It does make your questions stand out a bit more in the chat. It's interesting being on this side of it. So this is, I guess, general advice for anyone. Is obviously the super chats make your questions stand out and they're colored and a little sound is made. But when a member writes a question, you see the logo. It catches your eye because it's something different. And I do my best to read all the chat and answer all the questions anyway. But most importantly is we do have the private members channel on the Discord server. The Discord server is fun. I think we've gotten pretty close to 300 people on there. There's a lot of very smart players who seem to really enjoy answering questions and talking about rank up and different theories on the game, on war and AQ, and the various variants in Act 5. And we have players working in Act 4 and Act 5 and Act 6, of course, and Book 2. It's just a lot of fun. I try to be as active as I can on there. And then, of course, I make sure I pay extra attention to the membership channel. And then a lot of the smart players you hear on calls with me are in the members channel too, talking and theorizing. And then what I do is when I have a rank up or something like that, or a great war fight that I'm particularly proud of, or an interaction, I'll post it in there before it comes out on the channel itself. There is nothing that is completely behind a paywall. I don't want to do that. So those fights will eventually come out on the channel, or those rank ups will eventually come out on the channel. But it is a fun way, I think, for people to get a little sneak peek or some influence or something like that. And then last, definitely not least, if you've made it this far, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think you probably really are interested in the channel and stuff, and I appreciate the heck out of this. I can see it's already been 29 minutes. I had intended to do a giveaway. I really wanted to get to subscriber number 10,000. That felt like a momentous for me. It felt big. It felt like something I was really, it feels like something I really would like to do. There's been a lot going on with the channel, and Karate Mike and Legacy and KT1 as well, and Taters are all very aware of some things that have been going on. And I think they're very aware that getting the subscriber base up would be extremely helpful to me in getting my content out there and making sure people have a chance to see it before these other things arise. And I don't want to spend time on the other things. So as a result, I really wanted to celebrate and thank all of you, the subscribers, the supporters, every time we reached a 1,000 plateau. Well, thanks to the kindness of all of those people that I just mentioned, we hit a lot of thousands in a very short period of time now. We hit about 4,000 from July through the end of December, and then in the last day of December and the first day of this year, a couple more thousand jumped on. So if you're still here, if you're still listening, I will continue to do a single Odin giveaway for every 1,000 we had, every time we hit a new 1,000 plateau, and I'll announce those when they happen. But on this video, all you have to do, write your line ID if you're comfortable with it. Write your line ID, or if you're not comfortable with that, maybe an email address or something, okay? A way for me to get a hold of you quickly. Write that in the comment section. That's all you have to write. That's all you have to write. Just write your line ID or your email address, however you'd like me to get a hold of you. And I will pick one winner. So we'll do a single Odin. I'll do it through the gifting event. Okay, so if you want greater gifting crystals, great. If you want to do something else, that's fine. We'll figure it out. But a single Odin, and I will pick that winner on Sunday at 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific. So there's not going to be a lot of time to get into it, but I'll use a random number generator. So it doesn't matter what you write. Just write your lane ID or some way to get in contact with you in the comment section of this video. You have to be over 13, and I think there's only certain countries that can be in the giveaway, unfortunately, just due to YouTube rules and things like that. But write that in the comment section of this. I'll pick a single winner because of all the tremendous growth and support from for now, and we'll have a lot of fun with it. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm excited for 2021. I think we're going to have an absolutely wonderful time. I hope your new year went wonderfully and it's off to a great start, and you're having a great time. Thank you so much. Take care. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow on Twitter at Vega Gaming 583. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.